I like the shoes.
Good afternoon, family and friends. Hoş geldiniz değerli arkadaşlar ve aile fertleri. We are here today to celebrate Elizabeth and Ulu's commitment ceremony. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jess Chase, college friend of the bride, and I will be officiating today's commitment ceremony. Today is a celebration of love. Everyone standing here today has felt its incredible force, whether it's love for a child, or love for a sibling, a love for a friend, a love that's lasted, or something brand new. Today, though, is specifically about the love between Elizabeth and Ulu. I first met Elizabeth in a TA session for one of our Chinese language classes. And while I was struggling with how to formulate a sentence, Elizabeth's hand shot straight in the air to just about every question our TA asked. And I clocked her as someone I should definitely be studying with. Elizabeth and I became fast friends. In taking Chinese together and living together as suitemates, going to Broadway shows with her family, and spending years worth of holidays together, we forged a bond that, for me, has served as a source of strength and inspiration. Over the past 10 years, I've admired Elizabeth's incredible sense of adventure and courage as she's traveled all over the world throughout her 20s in support of her studies and research, persevered through a demanding PhD program, and still prioritized time with her family and friends. I'm grateful to her and her family for opening up their homes and hearts to me, and I suspect that all of us standing here today have similarly felt that warmth. Naturally, as Elizabeth's friend, I had certain expectations of the people she dated, but when I met Ulu for the first time, my mind and my heart were immediately put to ease. His love and respect for my best friend felt expansive, unwavering, and yet easy. I've watched him affectionately put his arm around her while we were at dinner and calm her during her most difficult moments of the PhD program. But it wasn't just how he treated Elizabeth that reassured me. It was how he treated and cared for everyone else, too. His friends and his family, her friends and her family, his students and colleagues. Ulu approaches everyone with a keen interest and compassion. And it's for these reasons that Ulu has gained the love and trust of everyone gathered here today. It was like they'd known each other for years, because they had. Elizabeth and Ulu were friends and colleagues at Columbia for years before dating, building a foundation of trust, respect, and admiration. Shortly after, however, they moved into their first apartment together on 103rd and Broadway and filled their home to the brim with all of their books and their artifacts, and yes, Pokemon. They hosted countless dinners and cocktail parties and birthdays there, and even churned out a dissertation and a book draft. In a time when we upload our lives to the cloud and our possessions can be exchanged in a metaverse, it's easy to get lost in our current digital state. But one of the many things I've learned from Elizabeth and Ulu is that there is meaning in holding something in your hands, and freedom in experiencing life together. There hasn't been a moment in any of our lives when this doesn't feel more urgent or relevant than it does today. Elizabeth and Ulu are settled for now in St. Louis, where they are both working in their chosen academic fields, and I could not be more proud of both of them. I remember when Elizabeth was finishing up her dissertation, and she shared with me that Ulu was in the interview process with WashU. Even though the competition was tight, there was no doubt in my mind that Ulu would get the job. Not even a panel of stoic academics could resist Ulu's charm and good-natured laugh. So when Elizabeth called me that day to tell me Ulu had the offer in hand, I knew the time had come for my friend of 10 years to say goodbye to the city she loved, to start a new adventure with the man she loves. Not too long ago, I visited Elizabeth and Ulu in St. Louis for their engagement party. And even though I miss having both Elizabeth and Ulu in New York, my heart was put at ease when I saw the life they were building there together. Being the academics they both are, I, along with the entire engagement party, were treated to highly detailed and historically relevant tours of the Botanical Gardens and the St. Louis Art Museum, a walk through the WashU campus, and a picnic in Forest Park. It wasn't just a tour of the city, though. We were welcomed into their new life as old friends and as friends that will never grow old. Because no matter where they are, Elizabeth and Ulu will build a home for themselves and be surrounded by the people who love them. It's a rare gift to find people who feel like family. Elizabeth and Ulu have traveled the world together. They've supported and challenged one another in demanding academic settings. And they still know how to have fun and throw a good party. Some people are just made for each other, and that's Elizabeth and Ulu. Today represents not only the joining of Elizabeth and Ulu, but also the joining of their family and friends. I would like all of us to recognize on this occasion Elizabeth's parents, Linda and Trey, and Ulu's parents, Jainab and Asuman. Elizabeth and Ulu offer their gratitude for all the love and care you have shown in raising them. Parents, the unconditional gifts of love and support that you have offered have inspired them to become the people they are today. And Elizabeth and Ulu sincerely thank you. Without you, this day would not be possible. And without you, we would not be standing here in Central Park. Family and friends, thank you for making the journey out here. Elizabeth and Ulu have invited us here specifically to Central Park because they felt it best reflected the love they share. A place of peace and natural beauty, surrounded by the vibrance and diversity of New York City. It was in this park that Elizabeth and Ulu found solace as graduate students just a few blocks up north. For Elizabeth, New York was the center of the universe, and Central Park was the heart of the city. Ulu would stroll and run through the park almost daily, sometimes to clear his mind, and at other times to search for new mysteries, for this park has plenty of them. There is no better place for these two to unlock one final mystery in their shared universe together, and to become one. Elizabeth and Ulu, your family and friends are here today to bear witness to your commitment to one another and to support and encourage you in your journey together. Ulu, whenever we parted ways, whether it was from a casual dinner party or the day you and Elizabeth left New York to start your lives together in St. Louis, I've always whispered in your ear to please take care of my friend. And so today, in the presence of your family and friends, I'll ask you again. Will you promise to care for Elizabeth, support her, and challenge her in the joys and sorrows of life, and share in the responsibility for growth and enrichment of your life together?
I will.
And will you, Elizabeth, promise to care for Ulug, to support and challenge him, to inspire him to grow, and equally invest in the enrichment of your lives together?
I will.
Elizabeth and Ulug, we have heard your promise to share your lives in marriage. We recognize and respect the vows you have made here this day before each one of us as witnesses. So in accordance with the laws of the City of New York, it is my honor and delight to declare you to be husband and wife. You may now kiss each other.
Well done, Jess.
Yeah, good job.
Just go.
Look at your witnesses all left.
Party's over.
With the ducks.
We didn't have any